Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm so excited to have you all here today. I am Allison Cooper, the CEO of Influencer Secrets Academy, and I am so excited to welcome Marissa Romero, who is a YouTube scaling coach. She is here with us today to fill you in on everything that you need to know about YouTube in order to grow your business there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to her. She can introduce yourself and share a little bit more about what you do.
Awesome. Thanks, Allison. It's great to be here and share this value with your audience. So I'm Marissa Romero. I am a YouTube creator, content creator first and foremost, and I'm also a business owner, and I just think I'm multi-titled. I've done it all. I'm a course creator. I do high ticket. I do all kinds of stuff. So my journey on YouTube started in 2018. And what it's evolved to helping business owners, right? And, really serious YouTubers who want to elevate their YouTube identity and presence and evolve it into a business, helping them scale the YouTube channel in a way that allows them to film in just 2 hours per week while their systems and team do the heavy lifting behind the scenes. So, we're my team and I were experts at YouTube strategy, but also the systems and team aspect, because that's a really huge part about YouTube that's oftentimes missed about scaling a channel.
Oh, that's super interesting. I can't wait to dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Super cool. So I'm going to get started with our heavy hitting questions here. So the first one that I have for you is, right now here in 2025, what are our key factors that are determining YouTube's success?
Well, the beauty of that is that it's kind of been the same factors for the past at least 7 years that I could say I've been on YouTube. And yeah, those things are, it's really hard to pick out like 2 to 3, but it's the biggest factors are sticking to focusing on the output of your channel. Because when you focus on, like, I want to get X amount of subscribers, I want to get this amount of views, it's totally the wrong intention, right? Like, no, I don't believe that anyone should have a subscriber milestone. It should be, how fast can I post my first 100 videos and keep elevating my videos and the quality of them as I keep posting. That's like the number one way to get success this year, and I'm willing to bet in the next 10 years on this platform, honestly.
Love that. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
So as we're focusing on getting out, our first 100 videos, how are we, or I guess, what are the best tips for optimizing our titles, our thumbnails, descriptions? There's so much to think about. And it's a little bit it's a little different than the other platforms because you do have that YouTube SEO. So how do we optimize for that?
Yeah. So SEO is overrated, completely overrated, in my opinion. It doesn't matter. And I say that like literally, but also it's just mattered so much less on the platform. Like, the way you optimize a channel is purely through YouTube branding, right? Through titles and thumbnails. The SEOing part is just holds so much little weight with the algorithm. And what you have to get right is really the positioning of your channel. I call it the purpose of a channel, which is kind of like a niche, yes. But the purpose of it is what makes people subscribe instantly or kind of debate or just leave your channel. It'll communicate to somebody what the value proposition is, how you present yourself, like the vibe you have on your channel, like the feeling they get when they come to your channel. Of course, it'll also communicate the content pillars and the topics, but the most important thing that we develop for our clients is like the purpose and the content pillars, aka topics, because that's what's going to basically branch from everything else. And so once we develop that, then we're able to optimize for thumbnails and titles, and make sure that that is, in high converting format and on point.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So is there like a magic number for how much we should be posting each week?
Minimum once a week, bare minimum. But if you can crank out 2 to 3 a week, that's even better. I mean, it really just depends, because if it depends on if you're just getting started and if you already have a presence.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, the more you post, the more the algorithm is going to grow. And I don't know if this is in the list of questions, but I see this mistake all the time. I see so many mistakes all the time, every day. But people always say they think that posting shorter videos is best for whatever personal preference. Like, oh, well, I only watch shorter videos or whatever, or oh, I only post short videos because I just want to make it the best 2 minutes of value. But that's never going to grow a channel, short videos, right? Long form dominates on YouTube. It's just historically a long form platform. It was founded on, vlogs and styles of content that have people watching long form. And when they brought shorts in onto the platform back in 2020, 2021, it absolutely crushed me. I still hate shorts to this day, but yeah, it's just kind of like YouTube is not a short form platform. So I would say, like, I would much prefer 4 long videos a month than anything else, like a bunch of short videos.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since you brought up mistakes, I'm curious to hear what are some of the other ones that you see people make all the time.
Does anything come to your mind where you're like, oh, I thought maybe this was the way to do something on YouTube? Like, there's like a menu of mistakes. Can you think of anything that comes to mind? Like, I've heard that you have to do this, or
Not really. I guess, okay, so my one question that comes to mind for me is in terms of, like, if you're looking at your like your page on, on desktop, for instance, should you be worrying about making sure that all of your thumbnails are branded? Or, these are things, because it's, you have this, long ago, Instagram used to have this aesthetic, and now you don't. And does that matter on YouTube?
Yeah, it definitely 100% matters. The beauty about YouTube is that you can optimize old videos and they can still go viral if they haven't already. Like, you can improve the performance of a video, which is really awesome. So yes, it's important that the branding or the banner, the banner's a big thing that people sometimes miss to optimize. It's a very important factor of the branding, but also, the channel should have and follow a color palette, and it should follow the same font. It shouldn't look like, a collage of colors and fonts. And you know what? There was this one woman I talked to not too long ago. She was like, I thought each thumbnail had to look different. And I'm just like, oh gosh, no. like definitely not. Like, you don't need variety. Like, you need a thumbnail style that's going to be instantly recognizable to your brand, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. So let's shift gears to growth a little bit here. So what are your recommendations or strategies for just organically growing your subscriber base?
Well, I'm doing it right now, actually. So it's kind of an interesting time to talk about it. I have a channel of over 200,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And it's gone through a very weird 2-year period of decline for several reasons. And I know this video isn't about that, but I would say that literally, if you look at my main channel right now, you'll see a negative subscriber count and just all the analytics just way historically down. I mean, my channel historically would make, you know, anywhere from $6,000 to $12,000 a month in Google AdSense. And also it would gain anywhere from 5,000 to 11,000 subscribers a month.
Wow.
And it just kind of died. And I have I know the reasons why. I know that's not what this class is about, but what I would say is I spent 2 years, trying to revive it, and finally I decided that I'm going to start a brand new channel. And so I started it approximately, let's see, it's been about 40 days since I started it.
Okay.
And it's going really well. And my strategy is I'm posting like 10 to 12 videos a month. I am not posting YouTube shorts at all. I refuse to do that. I am leveraging the community tab as a traffic source to grow the channel. And I just got really clear on my purpose and intention of the channel, who I wanted to serve, who I wanted to speak to. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm seeing phenomenal results. Like, I already have 130 subscribers on it. And I've had 3 videos that have that I've had over 500 views. So it's really exciting.
That's awesome.
The channel's growing at a perfect pace. It's already brought us 20 leads to our CRM.
Oh, wow.
It's already booked us like 3 sales calls. And technically it's already grossed us $1,000 in cash. So
hey, that's amazing.
If you ask me, like, what would you rather have, like for example, a TikTok account with 100,000 followers versus a YouTube channel with 1,000 subscribers, I would pick the YouTube channel all day, every day. It's just the quality of people and the eyeballs on there just far surpass any other type of audience, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love that. I am not a TikTok person at all. Like, it's just, I can't get behind that platform. I love everything else, but it's the one place that I'm like, I don't care to be there. Yeah, so that's amazing. Super incredible growth with that account. So I guess with that in mind, let's kind of shift over to watch time, because you obviously have gotten people to find this brand new account, and they're watching your videos, and they are watching with intent. So how do you increase watch time and audience retention?
You make really long videos, and you make them really good. I mean, there's no secret. It's like, you want a powerful intro and a really valuable video. YouTube editing would be good. It's not required. Light editing is good, but the key is the value in what you're saying, how you're delivering the material. Again, a hook, I guess, or something that is kind of a power thought leader statement in the intro, like telling the viewer what they're going to get out of the video, is really important. And yeah, so that's how you can create, but also you need a really good title and thumbnail. So it's not just like one thing or the other, right? You need a really strong title, thumbnail, and video. It needs to be long meaning, I guess it depends per channel, but long, I would say, is like 15 to 20 minutes, if not longer.
Okay.
So, just to pull back, the strategy of what I'm doing is I'm like literally making a 3-hour video on my channel.
Wow.
And I'm filming part of it today, but this is why a lot of really good podcast YouTube channels are doing good. It's because they have 2-hour episodes, hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. And this is what YouTube likes. It loves long expected watch time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really, really great advice.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to hate this next question, but we're going to go there.
Mm.
How should we be effectively using YouTube Shorts to complement long form content?
You shouldn't be using YouTube Shorts, in my opinion. Like, I'm just the
Let's dive
anti-shorts
in. Let's
person
just
here.
like, because I feel like it's such a, that's like, I hear about them, you know, constantly. And I personally just started taking some of like my reels and repurposing them. That's it, not creating fresh content for YouTube. But let's dive in. I want to hear, you know, your feedback on the shorts.
Well, the data shows that shorts don't do anything. Like, they don't. I mean, they don't bring you more subscribers. They don't bring you better clients. Um they don't give your channel watch time. They don't give your channel revenue. And so it's just a mess. And I mean, I've watched several videos of this from other creators, but also like there's a study done by Patty Galloway, who's very well known in our industry. And he just did a big study and did a big sample of, you know, hundreds of thousands of minutes of shorts. And it's, you know, per 10,000 views, a long form video will pull in three to 4x the amount of subscribers and shorts will. And I found the same with my channel, right? I had a video that a short video that had 94,000 views.
Wow.
And it gained, I forget how many subs. I don't remember, but but when I did the calculation, it was like 74 subscribers per 10,000 views.
Okay.
And then versus a long form video, which is which had 500,000 views, which gained me like 230 something. I did like an extensive case study video on my new channel on this.
Yeah.
Like I did like calculations for real.
Oh,
Like,
I would love
pen
to
and
see that.
paper.
You'll have to send me the link.
but basically it was like 200 and something subscribers per 10,000 views. So clearly dominating shorts, but also like the ad revenue doesn't even compare. I mean, I made 16 grand from one video on AdSense versus like $130 for shorts.
Gotcha. So for anybody who doesn't know, can you share the basics about, you know, what you need to do to qualify for YouTube monetization?
Yeah, you need 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers for a new channel.
For a new channel.
Meaning like if your channel was started like less than 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's definitely something for everybody who's watching, who's just starting out to strive for. And then, you know, you continue making your videos and it does end up leading to passive income, which is incredible. And something we all just really want lots of.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So my next question is, what is the best way to deal with any negative comments or feedback? Because we know there are people out there who feel super confident behind their phone, their tablet, whatever, and they say really nasty things. How should we navigate that?
Well, I think it's just really building up your own self-confidence, right? Because if your confidence and your self-worth is weak, then you'll be triggered by every single hater comment, right? Yeah. But if you really shift the perspective on like a hate comment, like I think I got my first hater comment sort of on my new channel and I was ecstatic. I'm like, yes, like this is perfect because this means that the channel's growing in a really good way. And like, yeah, the hate comments are fun, honestly, because you just what will happen is like you can respond or you don't have to, but your audience will kind of defend you and then it gives you more engagement. So
I love that. So you suggest leaving them alone, either respond but don't delete, just leave it where it's
at. I wouldn't delete them. You can respond, yeah, but it's just like if you let the comment trigger you for the whole day, it's literally your fault, right? I mean, it's like, why? Like, just think about
Right.
how, you're letting a comment of somebody who has their own trauma or their own, limiting beliefs going on ruin you for a day. Why? Right?
Totally.
So, yeah, just think of it as a good thing, honestly.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that a lot. All right. So my last question for you here is, how do I build a strong personal brand that stands out in my niche?
Strong personal brand.
Yeah. How do
What's
you
considered a strong personal brand? Because I know it's like that's thrown around a lot. Like, so what would?
I mean, I guess how do you kind of, I don't know, like make yourself stand out, I guess. How do
Mhm.
you, so that like people know to come to you about that certain topic, wellness, beauty, motherhood, whatever it is. How do you make yourself stand out on YouTube?
By honestly just being you, because it's kind of a tough question because I don't under I could understand how people just getting started would ask this, but now looking back, like I don't understand how you don't understand how to build a strong personal brand, because your
Mhm,
strong personal brand is you, right? It's your values, it's your
mhm.
life experience, it's the way that you communicate something to the marketplace, because the way that you bring it, the way that you deliver, the way that you I work with a lot of coaches and consultants that have offers. The way you deliver your offer is the way that so many people need to hear it, right?
I love that.
And
Yeah,
so there's it's just creating content. That's literally how you build a strong personal brand,
I
is
love it.
creating content.
You
There
do.
is strategy, of course, like the branding
Yeah,
and the tech piece, but really the first it's you. It's showing up as you, right?
I
That's the
love it.
most powerful thing you can do
That's right.
on any platform, but especially YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we sign off here, I'm just curious, like, what would be your biggest piece of advice to somebody who's just starting out on YouTube?
Hmm. Well, decide how much you want to do on your own, how
Mm,
much you're willing to learn on your own. If it's someone, or if it's something that you really want to do, but you don't want to invest the time to learn thoroughly YouTube and go all in, you really have to, get help and get somebody who's been there and done it. Because YouTube there's a lot of moving pieces, right? And I
mhm,
don't say that in a discouraging way, because once you have the moving pieces and you connect the dots, YouTube becomes very easy. But
mm,
if you try to piece it together on your own and figure out the systems and like, oh, should I edit? Should I not? Should I hire an editor? And you will make the excuse of, oh, I don't have time, or it'll be an inconsistent effort. You're 1 month on, 1 month off, then
mhm,
you have to get help. So I think in the beginning, you really got to be true and say, like, do I want to invest the time to get help and the expertise to do this channel right? Or am I going to go all in and figure this out on my own?
yeah,
So that's what I would say, is because so many people come to me and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I this, and that after they already started. And, I can see within seconds what they're doing wrong.
mhm,
Um, and it can't, and I ask, it's like, okay, well, are you dedicating your time to learning the YouTube ecosystem? Are you understanding the landscape? Most of the time the answer is no, because people are busy, right?
yeah,
There's no one that claims that they're just not busy. At least if you're an entrepreneur, you
yep,
have kids and things going on.
yeah,
So that's what I would say, is like, really ask yourself, do you want to do this the right way the first time? Right.
yeah,
Um, and understand what your time capacity is and the decisions you make on how much time you want to allocate to it, and stop making the excuse of like, I don't have time. Right. Right.
Yep. If you're going to make it your business, you make it your business. You know, you do it. You figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. I love that. Really, really great advice. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I know I personally learned so much. I'm so impressed by all that you do. YouTube is such a cool platform. And now I know I need to start getting back into long form content. I need to kick the shorts goodbye.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Well, thank you so much again for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.
Okay. Thanks,
All right.
Allison. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.